I'm in the heart of the financial district in Lower Manhattan, steps away from the Brooklyn Bridge, which coincidentally was under construction at the same time as the Beekman, one of the crown jewels of Lower Manhattan, and it's one of my absolute favorites, and I cannot wait to share it with you.
Welcome.
It is such an honor being here with you and meeting you in person. You are truly the unsung hero of luxury hospitality in New York City. Let's step over to this, which I'm assuming is the hotel.
This is a replica of the hotel.
I've learned that there was a lot of renovation that went into this building.
Oh, renovation is not the word. Everything had to be done as if it was done in the 1880s, because what we wanted to do is make people believe if they stay here, they eat here, whatever they do here, it's 1880. This has been truly a labor of love.
This was not an easy job. When we bought the building, it was an office building, and we were creating it into a hotel. When you leave a hotel room, you always exit into a corridor to get to the exit. This building, there's no corridors. So we had to work very carefully with the fire department and the building department, our architects and our engineers, to develop a smoke control system where we didn't have to put fireproof glass around the atrium.
I'm also noticing all of these gorgeous details, both in the carpet and the tiles.
What we had to do is really recreate all the tiles in the different colors that they were. It took us about 18 months.
For instance, this tile is 140 years old, and this tile is 7 years old, and nobody can tell the difference.
Looking up here, I actually noticed all these dragons.
We literally had to rebuild every one of these dragons. From the tiles, to the doors, to the woodwork, to the dragons. Just seeing the transformation as it all came together was probably the greatest achievement, and I think we won like 70 awards.
We got awards from organizations we didn't even know existed.
This is wonderful. It feels like I'm home.
Yes, and this is the Premier King, and what I love about this room is this extraordinary view of this beautiful classical red brick New York building opposite, which makes this sort of very special.
Well, the first thing I check out is the mini bar.
Oh yes, it is the most important design detail in any guest room, but with this one specifically, I wanted it to look like a very relaxed table with a cloth thrown over it and a silver tray with all the items. But the key element is that the fridge is hidden
Magic.
behind the fabric.
This is so elegant and it feels so eclectic.
And that is the narrative. Eclecticism, because we wanted to create a room that was almost like a timeline of the building. That once in 1881, when it was built, it had all of these pieces in it, and something broke and it was replaced during the Art Deco period, something broke in the 1960s, it was replaced with something much more contemporary. So that is the story.
So really like a real home.
Exactly. But if you really want to stay in the most sort of glorious, sort of homely environment, you should see the turret suite.
I do. I do want to stay in something truly glorious. I cannot believe that this is in downtown Manhattan. It's a fairy tale.
I know, you go through this magical garden to get to your castle. Welcome to the turret suite.
This is so grand. This is theatrical.
Oh, very much so. And you know what? Before this building was built here, there was a theatre where they actually performed the first New York production of Shakespeare's Hamlet.
To take something this historical, it must have been quite intimidating.
No, actually, it was more emotional. It was very much an emotional journey, sort of through time, understanding this building. And at the time when it was built, it was considered one of the most expensive constructions on Manhattan. Not only was it expensive, but as well it was one of the tallest buildings as well.
I've been here so many times, but getting the behind-the-scenes glimpse into this made me fall deeper in love. A lot of people claim to come in and change the neighborhood. In the case of the Beekman, it truly did. This is the heart and soul of Lower Manhattan.